Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 4th of November 2024. So stocks gain, bonds sold, and the dollar bid into the weekend amid touted Trump trade, shrugging off the soft payrolls as the markets moved higher. And interesting here, jobs shock, October payrolls, huge miss as private jobs go negative for the first time. We'll look at that in just a moment. And then Halloween hangover, payrolls and PMI puke sparks chaos across the markets. So gold's worst week since June, stocks red, and plumbing's broken, and Goldilocks narrative curb stomped. Let's just go to Friday's payroll numbers just before we look at the rest of the week. Let's go back to last week and then down to the payrolls. And you will see that the non-farm employment change was a massive miss. And on purpose. I mean, to come up with only 12,000 jobs created when it was forecast at 106. And keep in mind, this is the last economic news item, major economic news item, before the election tomorrow. So talk about timing and coincidence. So yeah, utter nonsense. Complete and utter nonsense. Right, let's have a look at the markets, see what they did during Friday, which I've already mentioned, they moved up. So let's have a look at those and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, you can see the market being supported off the 41,796, and price is also moving up overnight there. 30-minute chart, one-way bet all the way. Those numbers at lunchtime sending the markets higher and then selling off. We filled the gap overnight already. We need to stay above the DP and the close. As we head into the US elections later on in the day, don't expect a lot of movement unless something comes out of the blue, of course. And in the German DAX, we had the demand on Thursday, didn't we? We get the buying coming back in on Friday. Markets moving back to the upside. We stopped at the 78.89, which you can see there. So it's just a matter of how far the market's going to move back up. So there's some targets for you for the upside, some fib retracements there. Remove that 62. And that gives you a clearer indication. We've got the 38, which the market's above, so 50 is to be taken out. The high of this bar, the 5 MA is already below the prices, and we've got the 20 coinciding with the 62 there. And in the 30-minute chart, straight up and down a bit on Friday, but up on the overnight, new high. Sorry, the high of Friday to be taken out, along with the 200 MA, I suspect, before the market opens with the cash session at 8 a.m. In the S&P 500, similar thing, market retracing there, and you can see up on the overnight above the 50 EMA and the 5 there as well. If we just draw in some fibs from there to there, you'll see we came back to 78.89. Market now moving to the upside. Draw some in from the first high there, and there's some targets for the S&P as well for today. There's the 30 minutes. Markets ramped up on those spurious non-farm payroll numbers. Market down, gaps filled overnight above the DP, and now heading to the high of Friday. And in the FT100, price is moving up also on Friday. So as Reeves got away with a so-called trust moment, prices still need to get back above the 200 MA. I suspect so. I think it should be supported by those elites, etc., and make sure that these tax increases remain. So I think a job's safe for the moment, the way the market's holding there, certainly with what they did on Friday. 30-minute chart, you can see there straight from the off up to the 200 MA. We had a retracement of 100% and then the market sideways, but at the moment we're above the DP and the close and the 50 EMA as well. We just need to take out the 200 MA and head back towards the high there. And in the US dollar, this was up on Friday, down on the overnight at the moment. So let's have a look at the metals response to this during Friday's session. So kicking off with silver, market down again on Friday. Interesting volume, it's nearly the same as the previous day, as the market found support there. And also, if we just draw a couple of fib lines in from here to here, you'll see we came back to 62% retracement as well. So prices need to close above the 20 bar moving average, and then there's possibly a chance of moving higher, but that's all dependent on what happens in the next 48 hours, of course. You can see there silver moving up initially, then it was slammed with those numbers that came out with the non-farm payrolls at 12:30. Really, it should have moved higher, not lower, but there you go, because the pressure's off. You know, the inflation aspect is gone, but no, it was turned around and slammed by the bankers to seize the opportunity, but overnight the market gaining there. Gold at the moment is moving slightly lower overnight, but there was demand for Friday. And in the 30-minute chart, you can see we're coming back down to test the close at the moment. But again, Friday, those numbers, opportunity to slam the price of gold. No surprise, you're going to get shakeouts in these two new bull markets. Let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And in this, you can see there that silver must be moving better than gold at the moment, because the gold-silver ratio is moving to the downside. If you want to see an interesting video about the gold-silver ratio, take a look at this. Yeah, if you have a look at this video, I'll put the link in the description, but you will see it was called Silver Investor. This is true precious metals market update, and it's well worth having a look at because it discusses the gold-silver ratio and all the way through to 3,000 years ago, and you can see how today's silver price is manipulated against the gold price. So if you want further confirmation, take a look at this video. It's only 8 minutes long, so well worth a watch. Okay, let's have a look at Friday's trades in the German DAX. So on Friday, the market opened sharply, then recovered, and then just kept moving to the upside there, which you can see. We have a bit of a pullback here, but unfortunately the market didn't move lower. Came down to the support to the left, which you can see there, and then just decided to move back to the upside, stopping out the trade, and that was the only trade of the morning, with prices continuing to move to the upside all the way through till we got the non-farm payrolls, which we see there. Just a small shakeout before prices then became sideways and then started to move higher again. And where did we go to? Thursday's high. That's why these levels are so important to keep an eye on. So in the afternoon, the market is sideways to higher, shakes out, then moves up with the news, moves up to the scalp, and then continues until it has another short. Does exactly the same as it did in the morning session, where it filled the trade and then found support at the 50 EMA and moved back to the upside. This time with another trade, which was fortunate, and prices continuing to move there, way off the high of Thursday there, and continuing. And then into the final half hour, the market comes back down to the high, retests it a couple of times, and then just drifts through this as the Dow goes into the evening. But again, like a magnet, the market holds at this level. Let's have a quick look overnight, see what the market's doing. And at the moment, we're heading back to Friday's high, which you can see there at the moment. So a bit of support there. Like I say, it's the day before the US elections, so don't expect too much. Got the targets there if you want to make a note of them, where the market could go to. The market's currently above the important levels of the DP, the 200 MA and the close, but not the high. So we might get a bit of a rally this morning, but then we'll probably go into a sideways move. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what happens and unfolds today. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.